All right, so this is game 4 between Schism and Mo in the Team LighT King of the Hill series. So we saw Mo take 2 quick victories over Schism in game 1 and 2, but now Schism fighting back on Python. I was able to capitalize on the failed Zergling rush by Mo. Was able to just keep piling up his advantages and just eventually just win out with just pure brute force over Mo. And now we are on Andromeda, and we have the Overlord going to scout the top right. Of course, we have Mo in the top left, and Schism is in the bottom left. And again, joining me are the so really good prayers, Machine LighT and Tot Aerials.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
So, Andromeda TVZ, it's kind of... There's only 2 maps that really play a lot alike, and Colosseum and Andromeda, I feel, play a lot alike. It's pretty much just macro, macro, macro. The Terran player really, because of the huge middle, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the map. Because of the huge middle out there, it's just so easy for Zerg to take advantage if a Terran player moves out too soon to just surround him and pick off his Marines with speedlings. Even with this wide choke you see at Schism's base, and you can see Schism putting the barracks down there, and that's to just help minimize run-by capabilities of the Zerglings. The map is just so huge, not to mention the Zerg gets 3 bases so easy, and there's nothing the Terran player can do about it. So this is just going to come down to, we're going to probably be seeing the 2 base from Schism, 3 base from Mo, and it's just going to be an all-out macro war. The only question is, will Mo go for mutas, or will he go for lurkers? Now, mutas are effective, as Machine said last game, on all maps, but Andromeda, you have to remember, is the main bases are very hard to get to. You got to cover a lot of terrain to get to the main bases. Of course, the natural expansion, if the Terran doesn't put any turrets on the high ground behind those minerals, the mutas can use that against the Terran player, but it's still, that's a lot of open ground. It can leave the mutalists at risk. Machine, what are your thoughts? Are mutalists still really viable on this map, or would it be better just to use the 3 base and just go a lot of lings and just go right for lurkers?
Well, like you were saying, the natural on Andromeda is still very, very vulnerable. It's always safer to go with Mutatech in case they do any sort of, mech build, which, like you're saying earlier, Colosseum and Andromeda, it's very popular for to see Terrans go mech on it. I think that, once again, it would be safer to go with a Muta build on this map.
And now we can see something interesting from Schism. He put that Rax out there. I thought he was just using it to help block his ramp so he could go for a 1 Rax expand, but he's actually trying to rush, gets the bunker up, and it is in range of the hatchery, and the drones were unable to stop the SCV from finishing it, but Mo has been doing a great job picking off reinforcing Marines with his drones. Unfortunately, since he does not have his spawning pool, well, it is complete, but because it came a little bit later, no creep colony was put down and no sunken was put up. Do you think Mo's going to be able to fight this off, Machine?
He's already taken significant damage. He doesn't have a sunken morphing. He probably will stop it, but he's already taken so much damage that it's almost impossible for him to come back from this, in my opinion.
He's only got 4 drones left. He lost about, like 5 or 6 drones trying to push those Marines off, and now Aerials in this position, having killed so many drones and just really hurt the Zerg economy. What would you do in a situation like this, knowing that, okay, your bunker just died and you know the Zerg counterattack's on the way? What are your plans?
Right now, because he has such a huge advantage, he knows the only thing Mo can really do is send Zerglings and hope for the best. And the great thing about Andromeda, in most cases anyways, you can actually wall off the natural. Schism hasn't done it this time, which is definitely a mistake on his part, but if you place the barracks properly with 2 supply depots, you can actually make a link-type wall. So, as you can see, Mo's doing the only thing he really can, try to mess up Schism as much as he can to get back into the game, because he has fallen behind big time. So, right now, Schism just needs to hold this off and just wait it out.
Now, obviously, he doesn't want to cancel. Oh, no, Zerglings running by, getting past for those SCVs. Unfortunately, just not enough Zerglings to seal the deal. And Mo did do a lot of damage to those. The Marines left over are hurt. Was able to kill a few Marines. Did delay the expansion, but like Machine said, a lot of drones were killed. Mo's still trying to get his drone count up. He's only at 14 food, just now taking his extractor. And of course, Schism has pretty much taken his natural expansion uncontested. And his econ, of course, hasn't been hurt at all that much by Mo's counterattack. So it's just pretty much all Schism has to do now is he has a decent advantage. If he doesn't make any critical mistakes, he can keep that throughout the rest of the game and stay ahead. So what Mo needs to do now is somehow trip Schism up and make him make that mistake and just either catch his army off guard or something to gain the advantage. But I don't know, Schism is a very solid player. We saw last game that once he got the advantage, he did not let it go back into Mo's favor. He did, unfortunately, in the last game, let Mo get the filers and did make the game go longer, but he didn't make enough mistakes for Mo to be able to capitalize his defiler usage to try to win the game back from Schism. And I think that's going to be the same thing here. Schism, he's got the lead now. You can see him just consolidating his forces on his ramp just to make sure if Zerglings won't run by up his ramp, if they do come and attack his SCVs, he can easily just pull the SCVs back and bring his Marines down. So, Machine, what can Mo do? I mean, is he just going to have to just go all in with Mutiling and just hope for the best, or?
Well, honestly, like Paul was saying earlier, Schism should have known that he could wall off on the map, and he actually did take a decent amount of casualties. 3 SCVs and 3 Marines or so. It doesn't seem like much, but that early on in the game after an 8 racks, it kind of was. He's gonna definitely try and catch the Terran off guard, like you're saying. There's no doubt that he's still behind, but not a significant amount like it was in the beginning. And it does look like he's gonna try and throw the Terran off by going Lurker first. Yeah, that's about it.
So Mo is just pretty much going to try to do a Lurker contain and try to take the map, maybe try to get a third gas a little bit quicker to compensate for taking his main and his natural gas so late.
Yeah, he's just kind of contain the Terran like you're saying, and get his econ online, take a third gas, and start teching towards Hive while delaying trying to hold the Terran inside his main.
Now we see Schism massing up, and he's actually moving out. Do you think this is a wise move, Aerials, moving out with a force like this? I mean, he just comp-set. He sees the front door. He knows with the 3 Sunkens there, and he doesn't have that many medics in his army. Do you think he'll be able to break that?
If anything, I think he's just sending it out to make Mo spend money unnecessarily. He's already in an economic drought, so anything to make him spend more just helps his cause more. So Mo's actually playing this really tricky. He sent 3 Hydras out to sneak around with Lurkers, which is a pretty cute move. But basically right now, I don't think he's just looking to bust him. I think he's just trying to make Mo spend more money to make his economy even worse than it is.